Okay, what up, ladies and gents? Are we live? What up, everybody? It's your favorite Asian robot right here. All right, I know you're excited to see me, okay? I know I'm late. I'm sorry. I had some family stuff to take care of. I had to arrange for mom's stuff, so I'm late today. My apologies for that, but of course, you know I never miss stream. Patch 1.3.10 just dropped today, and the community has a lot to say about it, especially if you go by the comments in my video. Tonight, I want to talk about it and see where people's heads are at. I want to see how people feel about everything from the Supermassive Receptor nerf, the sprint speed adjustment, the new material sources, how your favorite builds might be affected. I want to hear your thoughts, good, bad, confused, frustrated, or excited. Drop your opinions in chat. I'll also be testing things live myself and see what actually changed in real gameplay. Let's get started, shall we? Because, no better way to have a Thursday night. And besides, I'm going to be really busy over this weekend because Where Winds Meet is coming out soon, so I'm going to be taking a look at that. Hopefully it shall be good, but we'll find out. All right, tomorrow's also going to be an extra busy day because I've got some new games that I need to showcase. So, yeah, this might be one of my last TFD streams for a while, for a few days, okay? I'm not quitting, okay? I know many people are going to be celebrating like, yeah, Asian Robot's quitting. No, I'm not quitting, but, I'm going to have a busy few days. But don't worry, because there's plenty more content for me to test out next week, so, All right. Weren't you the guy that tried to spread misinformation in the comments of my video, P-Ro? I suggest you clarify that, or else I'll have to throw you out of here because, look, we don't tolerate people like that here. I hope you understand that, sir. Hi, Rise. Good to see you. All right. Some of you might not understand this, but this is a Q-rated community. If you spread misinformation or you cite things that might be untrue, you will be removed from this community. And please take note, my only obligation is to stream this content and keep it clean. All right? Not to tolerate people that spread misinformation. You say, huh, but I saw somebody with your exact name, Mr. P-Ro. You mentioned in the comments when I talked about in my leveling video, how to level up fast, you mentioned that previously, nothing had changed. But if you go back far enough in my videos, like I said, it has not been a year since defense was not the best place to level up. Defense was always the best place to level up. All right, and I know you were actually around at that time. So please take note. I remember every single comment by every single person. So if you are that person, okay, please be very careful. Misinformation will not be tolerated here. Okay? So be aware of that. What happened? There's a patch today. Have you seen the video? If you haven't, please watch the video first. Ultimate Luna's music louder? I do not know, Starlet Eden. I don't like her music. I like my own music. So I do not know anything about that. You can adjust the sound settings. It might be able to help you. So if you go to audio here, I believe that you can play around with the music volume as well as the environmental sound, but there's a lot of sound options now. They basically expanded a whole bunch of these sound options, so you can try playing around, see if any of these improve your music volume. I think it might be under sound effect, but you can try that, see if it works for you. Other than that, I cannot offer you any help because I really don't like any of the music in the game. And Ultimate Luna's music, forgive me for saying, but I'm just gonna say it straight up, it really sucks ass. Okay, I can literally make better K-pop in about 3 seconds with my AI tools. So just being honest about that. If you like it though, look, I'm not knocking your taste, but you'll have to figure out how to, up it yourself. That being said, audio options are your best bet. You're right about that, High Rise. I remember every single thing that every single person says, so, you say some shit somewhere, please don't expect me to forget about it. No problem, Starlit Eden. I hope it helps, and I hope that you get the information you need. And I hope you get the sound and the music that you want, if you find it catchy. But have you really never heard any of my K-pop? You should listen to my K-pop instead. I'll show you what's really catchy, alright? Now then, don't forget to like the stream, alright? And just remember, don't be shady here, alright? We don't tolerate shady people. Now, like the stream, and let's have a good time. We're going to go off and test a couple of things. And to the person that unliked my stream, well, good luck to you, pal. All right. this is literally your only place to hang out anyway, so you're gonna be pretty miserable. Okay, let me first and foremost, what we're gonna do is we really need to test Harris out, but we also need to clear Sigma Sector. Every day you need to clear this for your 2 ancestor modules. It's just a little bit of help. So we're going to clear that first. Then we're going to do a more thorough test on Harris. We're going to go to the Supermassive Receptor, and we're going to see, because it's a good thing that I didn't actually release my farming build today, because I'm going to tell you this right now. There was a slight bug with Harris. I just want to make sure that the build that I have is really, truly ideal for her. If it is, then good. If it's not, then we'll adjust it. Well, then you better keep an eye on my music, Starlit Eden. My K-pop will be released in future. It's not right now, but it will be released in future. However, sometimes I do play it on stream. And like I said, my K-pop is good stuff. Yes, I actually do, but to get the fan status, Starlit Eden, takes a long time. You see, how we operate here, and look, a lot of people don't like how I operate things, but I'm just going to be very straight up with you about it. What I do is that I see who's always at my streams, who's always supporting my live streams, my channel, because I do a lot of different content, not just TFD. So there's a lot of people that will try and say, oh, I've been at your streams like all the time. Like, have I really seen you? No. But real fans, they're always around, they interact, they care, they show they care. Basically, it's easy to tell who cares. Carnival, for example, has literally been at my stream for like 9 months before he got invited into the inner family. So that's how long it can take to become a fan. Of course, some people, they do show that they contribute to the channel, like their top super chatters, things like that. They get invited a bit faster. But ultimately, I do run stuff with fans. However, you gotta prove that you're a real fan first. So if that sounds like the type of community you want to be a part of, then this is the place for you. If you're just here for a quick thrill, I'm just gonna be honest, you're not gonna find a lot of fun here, because you get a couple of people like that. You know, I had this other guy the other day, you know, got very offended that he wasn't considered a regular just because he'd been here for like 5 days. I'm gonna tell you straight up, 5 days ain't gonna make you a regular. If I see you for 5 months, you might be a regular then, you know what I'm saying?
Then activate the remote detonation device.
Yeah, you used the one from 1 month ago, Eric. There's no change to Ultimate Luna. I just haven't put an Ancestor module. When I figure out the best Ancestor module for her, I might update the build. But you can use the same build for 1 month ago. You'll have no problems.
I can take it.
Well, Fresh Jays, it's up to you. I absolutely love DNA. But I guess to each their own. That being said, this is a TFD stream. I think that we should focus on TFD right now. Well then, you're in the right place, Starlit Eden. Yes, I absolutely love running stuff with fans. Just as long as they're real fans, you know. Once they become real fans, I treat them like family. You know, the other day I was also telling people, somebody was asking, how do you get access to our private Discord? Well, the private Discord, same thing, you know. You get access once you've proven that you ride and die for the channel, but unfortunately in the private Discord, I have to keep it very safe, because there's a lot of people that share stuff about their mental health, their life, their traumas, their injuries, medical stuff. So because of that, we treat each other like a real family, you know? So getting in there can take a real long time. Hey, no problem, Eric. I hope you have a great day too. But yeah, ultimately, like, I know I'm gonna build up a smaller community, but it doesn't really matter to me. I want a real community that will follow me no matter what game I'm playing, no matter what I'm doing, because I've got so much to share with you. I'm always getting sponsorships by other games. You know, sometimes indie games will toss me a key. I've got so much that I want to share. You know, Bone Collector, if that's how you feel, then let me just ban you from my channel. You're gone now. Bye-bye. All right? Yeah, if you want to think of me that way, it proves that you don't respect me, so you don't even deserve to be here. Goodbye. All right? I'm not going to waste my time or my mental strength on folks like you. All right? Now, there are some folks who will say something like prove means money, but I literally just said, and y'all heard it here, time, support, real love is what is most important. But folks like Bone Collector, you see, they want to be thought of as regulars or as supporters when they don't really support your content. They support other creators. They support other videos and streamers. They don't support you. They don't care about you. That's not the kind of person I want here. So if you really care about me, trust me, you'll show it. If you don't care about me, it's totally cool, man. You know, I'll be fine on my own. But these people won't be.
Out of my way.
Is she just running through the air? Y'all saw that, right? I'm not crazy. Did y'all just see that? Did y'all just see my Harris running through the air?
Extraction from operation zone initiated. Good
Oh,
work.
Fresh J's, what they got wrong? Everything. The big problem with TFD, I mean, if you've never played it, try it for yourself. You'll have fun for about 3 months, and then after that, you will hate this game completely. What they did wrong was, number one, they have literally the most toxic community on the planet, because you get absolutely massive gooners who do nothing but hate on proper creators like myself. So that's step one. It's not really that much damage, by the way, because I just killed them with the minimum possible damage. But you should never look at total damage at the end. That's advice right there, Starlight Eden. That number is pathetic and pointless. Never look at that. The only thing you should ever look at is how fast you clear a mission. If you're looking at this number, all right, I'm going to say it straight. Everybody that looks at this number is a freaking moron. All right? Anyone that looks at this number has an IQ lower than the temperature of my drink right here. Okay? The smart man looks only at this. Do you see this number up here? This is the only number that you care about. If you are not clearing something as fast as humanly possible, it doesn't matter how much damage you did, you are inefficient. Remember that. This is the crucial key to TFD. Why? Because often we have to speedrun content continuously over and over and over again. So the only thing that matters is clear time. That's why you always hear me ask, can your build do XYZ activity in a certain amount of time? If it can, it's a good build. If it cannot, it's a bad build. All right, or rather, I should say it's a mediocre build. So never ever look at damage numbers. If I catch any of you looking at damage numbers, I'll personally slap the shit out of you. The only time you look at damage numbers is when you need to see your contribution in the #1 group activity, which is Wall Crasher. Yeah, that was all covered in the patch notes, Leaf. It's only supposed to be 2. You can check the patch notes. And ladies and gents, before you make any statements, this is why I tell you guys, watch the patch notes video. Everything that you need to know is literally covered in there. Hey, Lewis, good to see you. Okay. Now, we have one more Sigma sector to clear, which is this one. How would I compare this game to DNA? I won't. I'll tell you one thing, Fresh Jays, I never compare games. What I will tell you is experience it for yourself. There is no reason you should ever follow someone's opinion entirely. That is also, remember what I just said? The people who have the IQ lower than my drink, yeah, never follow that. What you should do, if the game is free, try it for yourself. The only time I ever ask somebody's opinion is if the game is paid. Okay, that way it hurts my wallet before I try it. But if the game is free, try it for yourself. Then you can come to your own conclusion. Play it for about a month, see if it holds your attention longer than DNA does. All right, and then you can let me know. Either way, my channel is much more advanced for this than for DNA, so you have all the builds you need and all that kind of stuff. Lots of guides, plenty of things to get yourself started. So yeah, give it a go. I mean, I plan to do the same for DNA, but I need to understand it more first. Hello, Ballistic. How's it going? I never give my personal feeling on anything, because I feel it skews perspective. I'm a very different kind of guy. Try it for yourself. Try it for yourself. Never function on the basis of anybody else's opinion. I give my thoughts on factors in the game, but never on a game comparison. Because one man's trash could be another man's treasure. So I don't ever operate in that manner. Or in that style. Sorry. I really suggest try it for yourself. Because that's the best way to really know.
Descendant, prime the detonator with your arcade. Then activate the remote detonation device.
And just for a bit of background lore onto why I'm like that, it's because the one thing I cannot stand, and I've never been able to stand, is have you ever had people come up to you and say, hey bro, this game is good. Are you gonna try this game, bro? Are you gonna play this game, bro? Bro, this game is really good, bro. Come on, you gotta play this game, bro. You know what I tell those people? Don't ever speak to me. if you ever speak to me, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find your family, I'm gonna find your fridge, I'm gonna eat all the food in your fridge, all right? I'm also gonna use up all the toothpaste in your bathroom, because those kinds of people are idiots. And I can't stand idiots. I can't stand dumb people. I can't stand dumb things. I can't stand dumb thoughts. So, for me, I like to form my own opinion on stuff. And look, anything in the world can sound great. Anything in the world can look great. Anything in the world can be made to feel appealing to you. You know? But, is it really? Is it really? One of the only ways is to try for yourself. That's why even on like certain paid sponsored content, so for example, Borderlands 4, when I got a key for Borderlands 4, a lot of people asked me if it was fun. I gave a very objective answer. I said, look, the game itself is top-notch in terms of gameplay. I love the humor, but performance-wise, it had a lot of issues. And more importantly, once you're done with the storyline, there isn't really all that much of an end game. Builds also seemed fairly limited in terms of what you can and can't do, and do you really want to experience it all again on another character? For those that really love the series, of course. But for me, I'll be waiting until there's some major reason for me to go back and experience it all again, you know? Like, I really had fun, but finishing the story took a lot out of me. It's one of the reasons why I'm also kind of wary about Where Winds Meet. Because I'm hearing a lot of different noise from a lot of different locations, you know? Some are saying that it's not really an MMORPG, it's more like an action game. So I'm going to try it for myself this weekend specifically, right? And I'll give you guys my unadulterated opinion on that. Since it is a different type of thing, I'll be doing a full review on that, so make sure you have my notifications on if you want to catch that. You can tune in for my review this weekend. I'll be checking it out live. And like I said, tomorrow I've also got a new game that offered me a key. I'm going to be checking it out live tomorrow. So look forward to all of that, alright? If your notifications aren't on, you might want to put some notifications on, you know? There we go. That way you will know who I am. Well, I will form my own opinion. Some say that it's hyper fantastic. Some say that it's a clunky mess. To me, I don't believe what anyone says. I am the true judge of everything. So, I will check it out myself. Here's a thumbs up. Alright, love the show reference. Feel free to stop in. Just make sure you keep my stream playing. All right, ads on, sound on the lowest possible if you're going to do something else. And then you can go off and have, you know, your own day. Thank you for stopping by, Glazed Anatomy. I hope you keep the stream on. All right. Wait, did I just restart this? Sorry, my bad. I don't need to do that. I don't know why I restarted that. I think it forced a habit. Okay. Text back my girl first. Hello, Arcane. How are you, my friend? You always seem to message right before, one day before I'm like, I haven't heard from this man. I should check in on him. How are you doing? Any advice? The advice is follow all of my guides. Get your builds up to snuff, Xenon. Don't complain about any activity in the game because everything is easy so long as you follow my builds. So that's what you gotta do. Make sure you do that, Xenon, and you'll be fine. If there's anything specific you need to ask, then you can ask in chat, of course. But the main thing is, have you caught up on the videos? Go study all the videos first. Go study the latest builds. See which builds I have from about at least a month ago. Ultimate Luna, all that crap. Go get all that. Make sure it's all said and done. You don't have any of that? Get farming. Alright? Bring all your builds up to snuff and get farming. That's what you need to do. Okay, first and foremost, we'll be trying a private run. Well, enjoy yourself, Arcane. No problem, Xenon. I think they fixed that in the patch notes video as well, Leaf. But you can test it and let me know eventually.
New super chat received.
If they didn't, fair enough. If you've already tested it, then I believe you. You haven't been wrong before. Am I on the wrong build? I'm on the bloody wrong build. Sorry, 1 second. I could instantly tell. I was like, wait a minute, something's not right. Sure, Ziggy, whatever works for you. Imagine enjoying Luna when she is the F tier character this season. Nah, have fun with whatever you want, I don't care. Okay, sorry about that. Before the wall crasher appears, we're just gonna test a couple of things. My bad, going back to the same thing. Yeah, you better be sad. How dare you? How dare you guys enjoy any character other than what I'm playing? Disgusting. So disgusting. If you're not playing the character I'm playing, then you're disgusting.
New subscriber detected.
Anyway, thank you, Baron.
We just want the big fees, what is you into?
What kind of music you want, buddy?
All we know is gang and dinero. If you're trying to get it, then let's go.
That should not be the case anymore. It's money. It's been fixed in this patch. If you are still getting stuck, then please send video evidence to the devs via the official Discord or through their, you know, that form that they have, that support form, and you should be fine. As you can see, there are absolutely no problems. You will never be stuck in the ground. If you are still getting stuck in the ground, I am so sorry, but that sounds like a you problem. Alright, get footage and please send it to the devs. You should not be getting stuck in the ground anymore. Let them know which platform you're on. If you're on PlayStation, for example, let them know that you're on PlayStation. If you're on Xbox, let them know you're on Xbox. Let them know and they'll try their best to fix it. But they should have fixed it in this patch. I'm pretty sure they already did. Alright, so test, get video footage, and then showcase it. Dealer's choice as long as it's heavy. God damn. Alright, fine. Easy. Who am I to deny the heavy, right? Hello, Ghost. John, good to see you.
Out of my way.
I haven't made a Harris build yet, Ghost. Are you sure you're not confusing me with someone else? Because my Harris build has not been released yet. I'm glad that you confused me with somebody else so that you're coming to my stream. But you really shouldn't be watching anybody else if you like my build information. Alright? Please wait till I've released the build and you'll be able to enjoy it. But if you confuse me with someone else again, I think I'll be quite insulted. Alright? Because it shows that you're getting bootleg builds from somebody else instead of waiting for the real deal. If you want the best results, please wait for the real deal, sir. It's also not fair to others to thank me for their work, yeah? Make sure you are watching the correct creator and not the wrong one. I know I'm the most famous, but come on. Let's be fair, yeah? I see Baron using John's special name right there. So far, I've not gotten stuck at all when using Harris. The only thing that's happened to me so far is that I managed to walk in the air for a short while in Sigma Sector, or that, where you can literally jump in reverse. Y'all saw that, right? The reverse jump. I don't know why she does that now. So I think maybe when they tried to fix whatever was going on with her, they added these 2 new bugs, but thankfully they don't happen too often. However, I've never gotten stuck in the ground. It's not Baron that did that, Mr. Hossam. So please do not tag the wrong person, Hossam, alright? Baron is a very, very loyal member of this channel. He's more loyal than you. He's shown up to every single one of my streams that I know you haven't. So tagging my boy Baron is gonna get you slapped by me, sir. Don't ever do that again, alright? If you tag any one of my top fans, my top regulars, alright, for the wrong reason, I will personally beat your ass, okay? My regulars are far more powerful than any of you guys, so don't you be messing with them, okay? They're my boys. Yeah, your turn to get toasted. You ever do that shit again? Don't you ever tag my boy Baron. Which build? My own build, Dread. I make my own builds here. I am the content creator, dude. Other people can release faster if they want, but I do all the testing live. Then once I'm ready, once I've fully proven it live on stream, then I release my own works. I mean, like I've always told people, it's up to them who they want to follow, but yeah. I'm making my own build and I'm using my own build, which you will see probably tomorrow. If all the testing goes well today, since they just adjusted the bug that everyone was relying on, then I will happily share it. Yeah, this is working fine. We're going to just adjust a couple of things. Okay, we're now going to test the other module just to see the difference. There it is. Beautiful. Okay, same setup, and we're going to have a different ultimate. Am I a narcissist? If you think that of me, then, dude, you don't have to watch me. Alright? I talk the way I talk. Again, if you think that I'm a narcissist, then, well, there's a door right there, Fresh Jays. Your choice at the end of the day. Anyway, I'm gonna head out, and we're going to go to the wall crasher. There are trolls every day, John. I don't care. At the end of the day, you know, people see what they want to see. Like I've said, I form my own opinion of stuff, so they can form their own opinion of me. If they don't want to be here, I will help them out the door. If they want to be here, their choice at the end of the day. But one thing which you'll learn very quickly is that I spit facts, not fiction. Of course, some people learn that very late, but hey, by that time, there is, unlike Twitch, there is no unban system. Once they get banned here, sayonara, see you later, they're never coming back. So decide wisely, ladies and gents. Decide wisely before bringing the ban hammer down upon yourself. The choice at the end of the day will be your own. Now then, I will play something heavy for Baron the very second we're done here. Alright? And if anyone has any opinions on today's patch, let me know. Okay. 4 seconds. Well, if you intend on staying, Fresh Jays, I'll give you just one very simple rule. Don't think negatively of me. If you already have even the slightest negative impression of me, then save yourself the trouble, because the very second, you know, you let those negative feelings get the better of you, I will simply remove you. I have no worries about it, and I'll be straight with you. You're replaceable. Okay? Everyone who is not a regular is easily replaceable. So make your decision and think very carefully. Because you're either down with my style or you're not. What did you just say, Gerald? I'm sorry, I think the speech to text just messed you up again, bro. You might have to reword that sentence. I think I get the gist of what you're saying, pal. But, I don't think you said it in the way you meant to say it. I'm not rude to anybody. If anyone thinks of me as rude, then that's a personal problem with them. It's me, bossy. Let them talk about me if they want in groups. I really don't give a damn. I am who I am, alright? But if they think of me as rude, then that's a them problem. I have my own expectations. I have my own style. You can decide for yourself, honestly. And if you think that I'm too rude or you don't like my style, then, like I said, everyone's free to watch me or not watch me. I don't mind that, or, you know, I don't worry about that. Oh yeah, I mean, there's a couple of those types of people, Gerald, but again, you can't stop people from doing whatever they want to do. People are always going to do what they want to do, and if they've got the free time to spend on it, then that's on them, man. I got bills to worry about, so I got no free time to spend mentally on that kind of stuff. But yeah, look, I don't worry about what people say about me. Alright? I've got my rules, I've got my style, and look, I'm just honest with people. I just tell people that if they want to watch me, they should. If they don't like it, then they shouldn't waste their time. But at the same time, I'm not gonna, like, you know, boot them out or throw them out. But I do have rules, and as long as they follow the rules, it's all good. If they don't follow the rules, then off they go, you know? That's how it is here. So I hope that clarifies things, and like I said, decide for yourself, you know? But let people talk about me on their Facebook groups or whatever. I really don't care or mind. At the end of the day, people are just gonna talk. People are just gonna think for themselves. You know, I'm not here to try and influence that. It's the same link, I believe, Night Elf God. But the other way is that you can try the link, but if the link doesn't work, then you have to go from the social menu. You can find me from the social menu, or you can go down here to this creator box right here. You can click the Nexon icon and manually find me as a creator. But those are your options, essentially. The link should work for everybody, though. I've not heard of the link not working for anybody, but yeah, the link should work for everybody. Otherwise, you have to find me manually, which can be kind of a pain. But yeah, I mean, if it's not too much of a hassle, you can go via the social menu. The problem is that support expires every roughly 1.5 months, 2 months, or something like that. So you have to re-add me. The safest is just make sure that you've added me before making any purchases, and you're pretty much good to go. And why don't I stream on Twitch? Why would I stream on Twitch? They pay very little. YouTube pays a lot. I mean, in comparison. So, yeah, not much reason for me to be on Twitch. And also, Twitch streams are lower quality than YouTube streams. YouTube, I can stream 1440p 60 FPS. Of course, you guys can choose and adjust the quality that is, you know, whatever quality you want. Huh, I wish, Rena. But it's not sub count that matters. It's the viewership count that matters. But cash giveaways the second I get to 200 viewers per stream. I'll be there, and you guys will get the cash. Actually, streaming on both is only done by certain people that don't understand that YouTube will throttle your streams. Anyway, I'm not going to go too much into the secret details, but for those people that dual stream, usually Twitch is their main, and YouTube is just a side thing. I'm not going to get into that debate, but what I will say is that you will notice that their YouTube streams are much lower quality than the Twitch streams because of how restreaming works, and it's quite horrendous. Well, Nathaniel, depends on what you're doing. You should follow my Bunny build first, because Bunny can still do the Supermassive Receptor, even solo. She's just pretty slow, but she can still do it, even with my old build. So, to improve your Bunny, are you having my build? If you don't have my build, then that's the first step. Go get my Bunny build and off you go. After that, start following my builds. That's how you improve. And of course, have more than just Bunny. If you only want to play Bunny, then, well, you're going to have a bad time. Now, there are some ways utilizing interesting means that I disapprove of improving your Bunny skill. Now, just to be sure, I don't disclose this because although the devs have approved, I believe it goes against the spirit of the game. So there are ways that you can up your Bunny damage and turn her into a super strong character, but I disapprove of these methods. There are some Korean YouTubers for this game. They will show you how it's done. You can follow them if you like, but I don't understand their content, and number two, well, obviously because it's not in English, and number two is that I disapprove of the methodology used, although it has been dev approved. I will tell you that. It's been dev approved, so it's not a bug. It is an actual feature in the game, but I just believe it goes against the spirit of what most of these games intend. So I don't use it personally. All right, so that's the best advice I can offer you. Hope it helps. Favorite component sets. I don't have favorite component sets, Tyke. It's important to just use the correct component set for the activity that you're engaging in. And you usually test these so that you can find what is the ideal component set. But you should never have a favorite component set. That would just be weird, sir. You should use the correct components for the correct build. Otherwise, you will not get the results you desire. So just be aware of that. If anyone tells you they've got a favorite component set, that is extremely wrong. You should always test thoroughly and ensure that you have the right item for the right job. Okay, now let's carry on. For those that have never heard my music before, you guys are about to get... I messed this up. You guys are about to get something really heavy for Baron, okay? You can laugh out. You can all laugh at my terrible tongue twist right there. I have no idea, Jay the Monarch. I don't really play weapon builds, but I can test with Glay later. All right, here's some heavy music. Let's see how this mod performs for Harris. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the heavy. That was a fun little bit there. Now, I'll answer all your questions in chat. Just give me a moment because I am currently engaged in Mortal Kombat over here. Okay, let's see. Nathaniel asked me, is it worth it buying the season pass? No comment on that. Look, I buy it every time for the weapon, mostly. Okay, so Harris actually did better now with this ultimate module. And this is why I don't release my builds early, because you have to check. So shield charge now with the current changes is doing better for Harris than the other one. I got about 4 minutes 46. The other one I was about 5 minutes. So that's a thing now. So intimidation release no longer very good. I think it's because they fixed the bug. So shield charge is definitely doing better. I am now going to change external component sets so that we can get a thorough test going. All right, and then we'll carry on from there. Now, the other thing is that Leaf asked about the Hive Master. Yeah, sure, but I've got other stuff to check. I've still got to build up Haley. So I'm going step by step, one by one. Hive Master is not high on my list of priorities right now. Although, I am just going to chuck it in here and just keep leveling it up. I also have the new sword to work on, so there's a lot of stuff for me to do. But, I mean, this season is long and plentiful, so I'm just going to take my time, honestly. For me, there's no sense in rushing because, yeah, not my jam anyway. I've still got lots of other games I want to experience and lots of other games I want to play. So I'm not too worried about that. Just going to Chilimanjaro and do my thing as I go. All right. Now, thank you to everybody who's liked the stream and is keeping the stream on. Thank you to everybody who has their notifications on. Keep it up, people. Keep it up and keep going. And Baron, thank you so much for kicking off the super chats today. All right. Now, let's try this again. Let's go. Go ahead and lurk, pal. Axion Plains, there are so many you can use. You can use my Kyle build. He's one of the fastest farmers. You can use my Luna build. If you're dying, like I said, Tyke, it means you haven't followed my builds. So have you been using my builds, sir? You can use Ultimate Luna, you can use Harris, you can use tons of characters. Well, Harris's build is not out, but I think you get the point. You know, once the Haley build is out, you can use Haley as well now. There's tons of characters. There was the Valby build from last season. So the question I have to ask you, Tyke, is why haven't you been using my builds yet, sir? Because there's plenty you can do. Have you not been following anybody's builds, or maybe you just didn't get good builds? Because all of the builds that I put out last season all work for Axion Plains. Axion Plains is last season's content. So you can clear it with anything. Heck, my Glay build can clear it too, really efficiently. So just make sure you're using my builds, Tyke. If you're not following my builds, then yep, that'll be your problem. I see. In that case, then, yes, your first order of business, Tyke, is probably you have to update your builds. So make sure that you start getting the builds up to snuff, follow the guides on my channel, and you're good to go. Everything from last season is still on my channel, and it should all still be working. Make sure you've got the Nell build, all those kinds of builds. You got all that, then you're good to go. If not, then that's what you start working on. And in no time at all, you'll be able to clear everything. And Nathaniel, please do not mention the game WF. If you do, unfortunately, your message will have to be removed from chat. This is because there's a lot of trolls from that game. And if we mention that game, their trolls and their toxic fanboys come here and start being very, very irritating. So please do not mention that. And how do you stop Descendants from crashing your Xbox? No idea, pal. I don't experience crashes, but I'm on a PC, and I'm on a very, very powerful PC. So if you're experiencing crashing or technical issues, asking for help here will not help you. What you need to do is you need to go to the official Discord, ask for help there. Alright, if there are any Xbox users in chat, they might be able to help you, but ultimately we're not here for technical support. If you need technical support, please ask in the official Discord instead. They'll be better able to help you than, compared to us. Just in case we don't get an Xbox person here. Alright, so just be aware of that. Anytime you got technical issues, please make sure you go straight to the official Discord and ask for help there. It'll help you much better. No problem, Tyke. Enjoy the builds and have a good day. Hey, Austin. How's it going? How was your day today, my friend? I'm glad to hear the patch is okay for you. That's good to hear. What do you like about the patch, then? In what way is this patch okay for you? Ugh, come on. Silly slam attack. And Joe, how's your day going today, pal? You know what? I need to check on Foxy. Arcane showed up today, so I know he's okay and hopefully doing all right.
Attack, attack.
Oh, damn. I think I didn't hit him with the thing. That was my bad, guys. That was unfortunate. Still 5 minutes. Okay. Good enough for me. Alright, so shield charge is definitely still good. Now we're going to change a couple other things around. I didn't use the sprint speed thing beforehand. Like, I assume it was just a trick to deal with Haley's speed increase or something like that. I haven't played Haley yet, so I don't know any of this. This was all changed before I even knew about it. So there shouldn't be any difference for most characters, just so you know. Okay, we're now going to swap over to the Slayer set because we want to test the Slayer set first before anything else after today's change to the defense bug, which was indeed a bug, so, you know, now nobody can abuse it. Yay. Slow enjoyment is the right way, Joe. Although we've already lost about 3,000 players since the season started, so there's that. Bello, well, for me, she has never glitched, but they've said in the patch notes that they fixed her glitches. Somebody still mentioned that they glitched, but I told them, look, if you're still glitching, take a video footage and just post it to the official Discord because she should not be glitching at all. What was the defense bug? The defense bug was basically that Harris's defense could grow to an unlimited extent. So you were getting people with some ridiculous number like 5 billion defense or something like that. They were posting about it on Reddit. And several other individuals also commented and weighed in and taught people about it. So yeah, it was something that couldn't be helped, but it was 100% buggy. Essentially, whenever you use your fourth skill, there was no cap on it. And basically every hit was counting rather than every entity. So essentially, you could get quite a bit of defense. So now they fixed it, and it should being the key word, should no longer be the case. Fair enough, Joe. And also, Dread, sorry if I cut off my answer for your topic. But yes, although I'm aware that you can stream to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time, if you do 1440p streams, you cannot actually do that. So I chose YouTube as my exclusive platform. And quite frankly, look, yeah, this is the only bug with Harris so far. The aerial walk bug. It is very, very funny. I don't think they'll affect the. I don't think they'll reset the leaderboards. No, but I'm not sure. Genuinely, sorry. I have no commentary on that. You'd have to ask in the official Discord. I don't follow the leaderboards, nor do I care about them because, quite frankly, the whole leaderboard thing, in any game, it's always filled with cheaters, exploiters, abusers. So whether they reset it or not, it's up to the devs. I feel that they should reset it whenever any bug is discovered. So that is my take on it. But look, devs will make their decision at the end of the day. I'm not going to think too hard about it. So sorry that I cannot offer you more insight into that. But anyway, yes, coming back to the previous topic, just in case I didn't finish answering it, I cannot stream to both Twitch and YouTube because 1440p, alright, and I refuse to lower the quality of my streams. Those who stream to both Twitch and YouTube, they will base their quality of their streams off Twitch, which is locked in at 1080p, and unfortunately, that makes streams look kind of like ass. This is because of YouTube's encoding issue, alright? And that's why most of them, despite the fact that they're dual streaming to two platforms that should be getting double the ad revenue, they don't even make enough money despite the combined viewership to go full-time or even do things full-time. So there you go. That's just the reality of it. But as you can see, as a businessman, despite streaming to only one platform, I make a full-time income and I'm more than capable of doing what I need. Now, while I still can't do the cash giveaways yet, and I'm still relying on super chats and donations from my regulars, supporters, from all the top people who show all this love and support for my channel, eventually that will no longer be the case. I've already told everybody, but if we can get to 150 viewers per stream, no matter what I'm streaming, that'll be the great first step. And the second step would be, well, sorry, if I can get to 200 viewers per stream, no matter what I'm streaming, that'll be the first step toward literally being able to do cash giveaways, because not only will all my expenses be covered, I won't even need super chats and donations if I ever got to that level. And second is that there's going to be a new feature for YouTube where you can stream both horizontal and vertical at the same time. It's already rolled out in the US, but it hasn't come to us in the rest of the world yet. That feature will increase income by so much thanks to YouTube's amazing ad revenue program that I will actually be able to do the cash giveaways with just 150 viewers per stream. So that's why I've been appealing to people lately and asking them, hey, if you don't mind, please turn notifications on, turn on my stream no matter what you're doing. And look, it doesn't even matter if you're watching me, you can actually watch somebody else, but leave my stream on, leave the ads on, leave the sounds on, right? And if you do so, I will actually get to make more money and, you know, your view will count. You don't even have to be engaged. Unlike Twitch, which is now trying to say that lurkers must chat and stuff like that. So Twitch is going really hard at cutting into streamers' revenue even more. Whereas YouTube is encouraging people to consume the content by watching and being here. That's all that matters. So yeah, YouTube is a much better platform. And no problem. I'm more than happy to elaborate on the financial part because at the end of the day, this is how I'm just here full time. I stream on one platform, full-time income, no problem. Now, granted, again, it's thanks to the supporters that I'm able to carry on. If not for my top supporters, if not for the people like Joe, who genuinely super chat a lot each month, Baron, you know, Eddie, Lewis, if not for these people constantly super chatting and keeping me alive, yeah, this wouldn't be happening. But eventually, I want to ensure that I can do more for them without having to always rely on them, because honestly, they do so much for me, so much more than I can do for them. So I try to make sure that I give them the best that I can. And that's why these people are what you call my top supporters, you know? People always get mad when I talk about how my top supporters, you know, are the ones that play with me, the ones that are involved deeply with me, you know, they're part of the family Discord and all that. But they really deserve it because they've been with me through the ups and the downs. They've been with me when I've been suffering. They've been through the thick and thin with me. Many of them have known me a year. You know, Vengeance and the rest have all, like, been here for, like, a year or more. They've been through the shitter with me. So, you know, that's why they get the props. That's why they get the love, you know? Because they are the ones that are here. They are literally the ones, you know, in the trenches with me. It's beautiful. Hey, well, thank you very much, Vexon. I really appreciate that. Yes. And as long as you keep me on, I'm happy. And thank you. Welcome. See, all it takes is you just have to say hi once, and I'll just register your presence. People keep doing that. They become regulars. They join our family, you know? And that's the best way. That's the best way. They added ways to get ancestor mods. Yes, Mike, that is correct. Just to confirm that information for you, because I know this is a concern of several people. If you go to the patch notes, right, where they talk about ancestor modules, they're going to increase the ways that you can get it. All right. But there's a small chance of getting the ancestor modules as well from doing the Void Vessel medium-sized zone by defeating commanders in the Supermassive Receptor, or by going through the Axion Plains. So there's multiple ways you can get them now. Well, Fresh Jays, if that's what you hear, then look, you don't have to be here anymore. Let me just remove you. You have a good day, sir. Goodbye. And hello, Hizix. How you doing? And Sadman Chowdhury, what a name. Hello, welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to the show. I told you, people who don't want to be here, they'll always say some shit that gets them removed. But the Slayer set, I don't think it's all reliable here, no. I actually think you'll be faster with the Plague set. I'm just proving it right now. Alright, I'm just proving it right now. But so far, I haven't really seen the Slayer set outperform. We're testing it right now, but although yesterday there was not much difference between the Slayer set and the Plague set, now that Harris's defense bug has been removed, so you're going to see her damage be a lot lower, because the bug was not something you could avoid. So now that her damage is a lot lower, you really have to optimize your build. So I'm going to be releasing my Harris build tomorrow after thorough testing. And what I have to say is that I'm 95% certain that the Plague set is going to be the best in slot for her. But we're going to test and we're going to ensure that. Alright, so just bear with me. We're also going to test the Hazmat after this. And we'll make sure that everything's good. We'll be testing the team-based stuff. Later on, I'll test Glay. So thank you guys for keeping up with me. And sorry for the delay. I like to go step by step to ensure that we're really, getting the right information. Oh, I'm not worried at all, Nathaniel. Like I said, the people who don't want to be here, they'll act in a manner, they cannot hold themselves back. Once they act up, we just remove them. We just chill, we relax. There's no need to worry about it. As I told everybody, I've always said this, and look, people don't like hearing it, but I gotta be honest, everybody's replaceable except for my regulars. And I have no intention of replacing you guys, but everyone can be replaced because the world has a huge population. The ones who are meant to be with me on this journey will be with me. So I'm not even worried at all. I'm just gonna chill, do my thing my way. I'm gonna be the person who I am without hiding it from you guys. And I'll just keep delivering the content to you guys, I'll just keep making my music. I'll just keep, rolling with who I am. And look, not everybody's gonna like me. Not everybody's gonna get along with me. But the lesson I learned most is, look, I'm not going to let that upset me. If they're not meant to be here, I don't have to go hard at them. I'm just going to remove them and carry on. Don't worry about the viewer count, Baron. One thing I learned as a streamer, I never look at my view count. I only measure it at the end of the day. I measure the overall, which is from the YouTube analytics, to see where my revenue is going to be at, and that's about it. I actually don't really much care about the in-stream statistics. Because, I'm so far away from my goal anyway, so no sense in worrying about it too early, you know what I'm saying? So I just chill, and I'm just grateful to the people that do watch me. Yeah, thanks, you guys. Appreciate you guys having my back. Oh, I'm taking my time. I still got Duet Night Abyss to play. I still got Where Winds Meet to check out. I got a new game to check out tomorrow. So there's a lot on my plate for me to do. I just hit that trial rank 55 in Duet Night Abyss. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about that while I'm on a TFD stream. I should be focusing on TFD, so you have my apologies for that. Hey, Adam. Good to see Adam Warlock and Lynx. Mr. Rogers' voice. Now, that's an honor, sir. If I have Mr. Rogers' voice, bro, that is literally one of the highest honors you can bestow upon somebody. I don't think I could ever be compared to somebody like Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers was pretty much universally loved. I'm pretty sure I'm at least 50% hated by the entire TFD community. But hey, that's just me. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but hey, You know, I'll take that compliment. Thank you so much. That is a serious compliment right there. Oh, I definitely think Where Winds Meet is going to be cool. But for me, the question is whether or not it will be a truly good MMORPG that everyone can sink their teeth into. Oh, lots of reasons, Dread. Let's see. Well, to be fair, part of it is also my own fault. One of the dudes that was here earlier, Ballistic, did point out, I have a tendency to go hard at people. Because, look, I am a lot smarter than most people, and my brain moves faster than a lot of people think. So I do tend to be very harsh with people. Again, I also have a military background, much like any good Singaporean male. So I have no time for nonsense, and I don't, you know... I don't, how should I say this? I don't, mince my words. I don't mince my words. So if I don't think, you know, if I don't think that somebody's straight up, I'll just go hard at them, you know? I have that military mentality, that gang mentality. It's who I am. So there's lots of reasons to hate me. Also, like I said, I'm very in people's face when I talk, which is just who I am. Again, you know, I just look, I say it like it is. So when people be asking me stuff like, you know, oh, how can we play with you and things like that, I tell them honestly that, look, you got to be a regular. You got to be somebody that's ride or die for me before you play with me, because I'm not inviting you into my family, into my space to game with me unless you show me that you're here, you know? And that is how it is. So yeah, I'm just very honest about that. So if they hate me, that's okay. You know, I don't worry about it. Because at the end of the day, what I've realized is that going hard at people is not going to make me more endearing, or, you know, not going to make them love me anymore. Instead, when they give me that negative energy, I should just ban them. I should still carry on being who I am, but I'll just ban and remove them, you know, and just carry on. Because at the end of the day, whether I rail, rant, and rave at them, it's not going to change anything. And also, it should not be, it's not appropriate for someone in my position. Especially because, look, TFD isn't the be-all and end-all. Other devs are watching. You never know which dev for which game is watching my stream. And if I show that I'm just somebody who just go at anybody, you know, they may not want a streamer that's a mad dog. What they want is a streamer that, yeah, sure, he's a little spicy, but he's still going to present the game in a fair manner, you know? So I'm trying to do better in regards to that. Because, you know, Ballistic, that day that he made the comment, like, we went back and forth in the comments, but he really tried to make me listen. You know, and I respect that. I can respect anybody that tries to get their point across in a reasonable manner, you know? Because I always get a lot of trolls, so I feel a lot of anger towards it, but I've realized the anger is pointless. Just be me and do my own thing. Deus Ex, I will produce one. I can produce one next week, no problem, Greenblood. It will also be covered in my Harris guide. If you want the finalized build, but if you want an in-depth build, I will produce one next week. Yeah, it is coming. I'm sorry, I've been slacking a bit because I've got a couple of other topics to work on, a couple of other games to work on, so I hope you don't mind. So quality work takes time, and I'm gatekeeping builds, Austin. Oh, well, yeah, maybe, but I'm not really. But I mean, if they believe that, then that's on them. Nah, I can't really help with that. You can't really do much about it these days. But anyway, yeah, that's just the answer. So no, don't you worry, Nathaniel. I don't entertain negative energy or any of that. If people say shit about me, I just ban them and move on. Let them think what they want to think, man. If they think that I'm gatekeeping builds, then I think they severely overestimate how good I am at video games, because it is impossible for me to be better than some of these pros that I see out there. But hey, you know, if people be saying that, cool. Like I said, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, like, what can we do? You know, people are gonna talk no matter what you do. So why worry? What's that song I always say? Don't worry, be happy, right? Don't worry, be happy. Just be happy. You know, because I think that the one thing that's gonna wound them the most, genuinely, is just seeing me be happy. Because I know right now I'm happy. Yeah, we're just retesting it after the change, No Swear Gaming, and then it'll be out by tomorrow. Because, as you know, today the bug with Harris was fixed. If you haven't watched the patch notes video, please watch it. It's quite important. So they fixed Harris's bug, so I'm just making sure that her build runs smoothly and perfectly. Now that they fixed it all and that everything is good to go. You know? Yeah, if you watch, then you're pretty much good to go. So, yeah, I'm just making sure that everything's all good. You know, that we don't have any unintended consequences. So far, Plague Set is proving to be the absolute best. But I'm just making sure right now with the hazmat. That was my bad, I missed. Alright, sweet. Yeah, I'm testing to see. Like, Slayer is a bit slower than Plague. Still good, but a bit slower than Plague, so I'm just being very careful. Thanks for subscribing, new subscriber. Welcome to the show. I hope you have a great time with us. Alright, and for everyone else, welcome to the show. Make sure you set the notifications on. Alright, keep them notifications on, and I'll be very grateful to you guys. I have a decent hazmat set that I'm just working with right now. Okay. How are we going? Alright, hazmat seems kind of decent, but I'm just going to be very, very careful. Oh, hey, this is Sharon stuff. Cool. Alright. Let's go again. Okay, another check. We're at this timing. Okay. Let's rock and roll. Let's Ragnarok and roll, people. Not the new Ancestor mods, no. I'm trying to make my builds without them just in case people don't get the ideal Ancestor mod they need. Fair enough, Baron. I'm happy that they did. Happy for you that they did. Now, let's get going again. Alright. It's one per season. That's the system. And I believe they're trying to go like male, female, but eventually they'll run out of males because we haven't had a single new male descendant since Keelan. Well, that's facts. So, yeah. Their system is basically alternating males and females. But there are no new females. Sorry, there are no new males. No new females. But yeah, it's usually one Descendant, one Ultimate per season. That's how it is. That is why we will be getting Eugen next.
Energy released. Take that. Do or die.
December is a part of the season. Each season's 3 months, pal. This is season 3, episode 2. We'll get Harris, which is in November. Next month we'll get Ultimate Eugen. And then the pain of life carries on. Essentially. No problem, Vexan. I certainly don't disagree with them capping the speed. You know, it was not intentional, and unintentional changes should always be adjusted. That's how it should be. No problem. Happy to help, Nathaniel. I'm glad my videos can assist you. It's from last season. It should help you out, sir. Yes, the speed change was definitely a good one. Well, that is really the question, isn't it, Greenblood? And yes, so once again, guys, Hazmat and Plague Set are pretty much equivalent. You will see very little difference between the two of them. I still don't have any ancestor module for this lady. What the hell? What the hell? Why she like that? Why she have no ancestor module? I don't even have Steel Vanguard yet. This kills the man on the inside. This man's the kill on the inside. Okay, wait, let me try this other battering ram. And this one is no longer favorited. Unfavorited. Try new battering ram. Better battering ram. The deadlier battering ram. Ooh, new Lion's Roar receive. Sweet! I will claim all of this. Customize, new receive. Lion's Roar. It doesn't look as good as the knife. I'll keep the knife. Okay, onward we go, ladies and gents. Onward we go. And once again, thank you to everybody keeping the stream on and keeping my channel up. All right, appreciate you guys. Well, I'll actually be testing the nerf on the boss in a little while, but first and foremost, I got to get through all this. You know what, guys? I really feel like playing some military rock for this run. I'm just in the mood. How much time do I have? You know, I'll start this run again, just so I can be solid on it. For those that have never heard my military rock, I hope you'll enjoy it. It might not be for everyone, though, because it can be a little too real. But either way, enjoy it. I'm not sure if he has Clash-based skills, no. I use Power Beyond for him. You can double-check my Keelan build from last season. It should still be there. Alright. Actually, I'm going for the man I used to be. But maybe I can play Sudden Silence after. You should, Leo. You should definitely use it. Anyway, here's some military rock. Please put up my song links.
I walk past a picture on a shelf today of a kid with a clean face, laughing away. He looks so young, he looks so bright. He hadn't seen a single fight, and I stared at him, a stranger in my home. A life I live that now feels like alone.
There's the Don.
I reached out my hand, but he wasn't there. Just the empty space of time and air.
Hey, pretty lady, how's it going?
The scars I carry now, you can't see them bleed. They're written in the way I look and the words I need. I spent a lifetime trying to erase the ghost of the things I did when I needed it the most. But running from a memory only makes it strong. You can't rewind the clock and right the wrong, so I stand here today with the man I've become, and I'm tired of feeling broken, tired of being numb. Goodbye to the man I used to be. He's gone forever and he's finally free. I'm tired of holding on to yesterday. He had to die so that I could stay. I look in the mirror and I see the fire. I see the fight in the heart that's climbing higher. I'm gonna learn to live with the damage that you see. I am not the man I was, and that's okay with me. Carried the guilt like an extra plate of armor. Thought the burden made me tougher, made me stronger. But all it did was sink me in the mud, choking on the bad days, poison in my blood. The war is over, now the fighting has to cease. I'm laying down the weapons and finding inner peace. It's a different kind of bravery that I need right now to forgive the former soldier. I don't know how, but somehow. Goodbye to the man I used to be. He's gone forever and he's finally free. I'm tired of holding on to yesterday. He had to die so that I could stay. I look in the mirror and I see the fire. I see the fight in the heart that's climbing higher. I'm gonna learn to live with the damage that you see. I am not the man I was, and that's okay with me. I'm picking up the peace is peace by painful peace. I'm holding the line until the darkness finally sees.
All right, the song is called The Man I Used to Be. I wrote the song. It's available on my SoundCloud. The album will be out next Monday on all major music platforms, so get ready for it. I'm talking to the distributor today. All right, good to see you here, Don. I know you've been busy. It's all good. I've been busy too. I haven't, spoken with you in quite some time. All right, thank you for putting up my links. All right, I really appreciate you doing that, my dear friend. But yeah, if you're interested in my music, Don put up the links earlier, but I'll put up the links again. Here's my SoundCloud. Here's my Spotify. Tune in and play my tracks, all right? This is already out on SoundCloud. It'll be out on Spotify, hopefully by next week. I'm also on all major music platforms like Deezer, Apple Music, YouTube Music, wherever you want. Yep, I write and create all these songs. Every bit of it is done by me, so if you liked it, there's a whole military rock album. In fact, I'm going to play another song soon. And, Lewis, I agree with you. A lot of people, they've been asking for nerfs, but goddamn. I just think they didn't know how to build it all. Anyway, let's carry on. Let's do one more run before the wall crashes. Y'all want to hear some more military rock? Here's Jonathan's favorite right now. It's Sudden Silence, all right? Y'all will love this. Remember, check out my album. And there's more coming soon. Hello, Ibrahim. Have fun with the song, people. We're about to rock it here.
I was just standing by the coffee machine, checking out the menu, same old scene. The lights were soft, the music low, a place where nothing scary goes. But then the espresso maker hiss, and a sound just slammed me in the chest. The air went heavy, cold and dead, and the real world vanished in my head. Concrete crack and settle. I dropped the cup and I hit the floor, searching for the nearest door. Where's my rifle? Where's the dust? I only know I can trust. It hits you in the sudden silence and rips you from the calm. It's a lightning strike of violence. The memory is a bomb. Softly now, sir, you okay? Please tell me how. My eyes are wide, I can't focus yet. My shirt is soaked in freezing sweat. I look at the floor expecting blood, but it's just the coffee, a brown muddy flood. I pick myself up slow and steep from a place where promises you couldn't keep. It hits you in the sudden silence and rips you from the calm. It's a lightning strike of violence. The memory is a bomb. You can't outrun the ghost when it knows your name. Every quiet street just looks the same. I went away for a moment. again, but I'm still stuck back there again. I'm here, but I'm miles away, just waiting for the light of day.
Anyway, that was Sudden Silence, you know. I hope you all enjoyed that. Thanks for saying that the music is bangers, man. I make a lot of different stuff and I hit a lot of different genres. Like I said, I actually have K-pop stuff here. Yeah, no problem. I hope that you enjoy them, Darlington. Like I said, this entire military rock album drops next week. You can already hear it on SoundCloud, though. SoundCloud gets all the latest releases. My next album, well, my next EP is a boy band, all right? So like I said, I cover a lot of different genres. Baron rolls his eyes every time I play the boy band or soft stuff, you know? That's how it is. And Dawn, yes, you're temporarily safe from being cooked. Temporarily. I don't know, I might cook you another day if I feel like it. Ooh. Shit, sorry, that was my alarm. We gotta go to Wall Crash after this. Joslav, why don't you just get, like, blue rolls? I do actually have something that I guess could be considered EDM, but I'm not very experienced with the genre. I do more like drum and bass. So I remember Austin said that one of my drum and bass songs was nice. I still have it. It's an old sample, but yeah, I do have something like that. But mostly in general, I play these songs from Super Chatters, or occasionally I play like what I feel like advertising or what I like listening to. But the military rock, probably because I was getting the album out, was definitely going through my head right now. So I was like, you know what? I'll play some of that today. Because I paused to type, it took extra long. Ooh, this is a Jaber skill. Nice. Alright, let's go to the Wall Crasher. But yeah, Joslov, you can just get the blue stats on your electric reactor. It doesn't have to be perfect gold, you know? And blue stats are really easy to get. So have you tuned your junk filter? You can just set your junk filter to like pick up a blue roll. You know, like for example, junk filter. Like let's say I want cooldown and something, right? You can just pick blue rolls, then get it, and off you go. Yeah, I know, but like you can just choose the junk filters, then you can just go and farm them. It shouldn't take too long, dude. You should be able to get it quite fast. I mean, try that, see if it helps. Because reactor farming now is super easy. Like, just make sure you get the blue rolls and off you go. It takes about 3 seconds to farm reactors now. It's no longer like the old days. Yeah, it should never take you 2 days. Remember, reactor farming should only take you at most 3 hours. If it takes you longer than that, you're not farming correctly. So please remember to learn the farming methods, and you'll all be good. Okay, let's go. Time to Luna. And, you know, sorry, coming back to the topic, because I think I missed it as well. Both Don and Lewis mentioned, yeah, the changes for the difficulty of the Supermassive Receptor. I don't know, man. I don't know why they decided to do it, but I'm going to check it out after this Wall Crasher, and I'll go and see whether or not it's super easy in a team with my Harris. I'll use my Harris, my Hariyasu, and I'll see whether or not it's good. If it's good, good. If it's bad, then, well, not so good. But we'll see. We'll see the result. All right? And thank you to everybody who's hanging out and keeping the streams playing. I really appreciate y'all. Keep it up. Keep it up. I mean, look, I've heard from some people that the nerf isn't really even that big. So maybe it's everybody overreacting, you know? But either way, there's two sides to the thing. You know, there's people that are all like, "Ugh, top 1% gamers," you know, like we're all being mean to them. But I'm like, bro, you guys game journalists or something? Like, seriously, just make a build, follow a build. Like, these people, they don't watch streams, they don't learn. They don't follow builds, and they complain. It's like, bruh, come on. Hmm, 1.1 billion. Not bad. What percentage of the damage did I do? 31%. Eh, that's pretty average. Okay, I can accept it. Off we go. Glad you're enjoying it. Oh, extra? Listen, I'm just gonna check it for myself, so don't you worry. I like to test everything for myself. That is my style. So first, I'm gonna go to the washroom, guys. Then after I come out of the washroom, we will go back to Supermassive Receptor, and this time, since I know my own build well, we shall go and see whether or not team games are easier, harder. Let's see what kind of timings we get. Let's find out, eh? I've heard both sides of the coin. Some people said it's very easy. Some people said it's not easy, or that it didn't change much. Like they only nerfed it by like 10%, or didn't nerf it at all. I don't know. I'll come to my own conclusions after I check. But first, BRB, I need to pee. So. Okay, human beings. Let's go do some shenanigans, shall we? Loading up my Iron Fist. Time for an Iron Fist to the Iron Face. Why? Oh. Hang on. I got another... Let me just go put the new Hive Master that I got into the other Hive Master that I got. So I can Hive Master while we Hive Master. And thus, through this, we shall master the hives, guys. What I am looking forward to, though, is testing out Haley. I really can't wait to do that. You know, she's been looking really good. I want to test out Haley once I'm done with Harris's farming build, at least. Okie dokie day. There we go. One for the road. Now... well, you're only supposed to have that much defense.
Super chat
You're not supposed to have more than that. Well, you're supposed to only have 200% of what this is. So, if your base value gets to about 200% of that, should be fine. I mean, that's literally what the tooltip says. Tooltip literally says 200, so that's what you're supposed to have. Anything more than that, then, well, that's grounds for the bug. And Lewis, thank you so much for the super chat.
We just want the big B's, what is you into? You ain't trying to hear it, it's okay though. All we know is gang and dinero. If you're trying to get it, then let's go, let's get it.
All right, thank you so much. Let me know what kind of music I can play for you, Lewis. All right, let's go see if there's anybody that'll even queue for this shit in public. And let's go abuse ourselves in public. And I still don't have a Steel Vanguard. Boy! Why do I have no Steel Vanguard? Why? But why? It's pain, I tell you. Pain. P-E-I-N. Boy band music? You got it, bro. You got it. Right after this run, okay, I'm gonna show you guys my boy band music. Are you guys ready? For those of you that aren't ready, you better be ready because you're about to suffer. Next. Let's go. Serena's killing it.
New subscriber detected.
Oh, I'm faster. I'm faster. Yahoo! Aw, damn. Serena got more kills. I was searching for that last one, but I could not find it. Oh, it's a fight now. Okay. There we go. I forgot how to rescue teammates. Okay, I can't wait to fight this boss, guys. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Will these randos do well? Or will they fall? Down from heavens, like fall from grace. Yeah. His HP doesn't seem very nerfed, I'll tell you that much. I like it. Oh, sorry. Let me deal with this. I mean, I usually play with you guys. I don't need teammates. Teammates are a liability to me. You know how it is. Yeah, so this is why they said it wasn't nerfed much. I think it really wasn't nerfed much. At the very least, if the people still have bad builds, then, you know, ain't nothing gonna save them. If they didn't come prepared, you know, there's nothing you can do, even as a top tier, to save them. Fart me! Fart me! Please don't mention Warframe here, or I'll have to ban you. The reason is because that game causes people to troll the channel. So please understand, Mr. Jaws Love. I'm glad that you're a returning player and you're enjoying my channel, but never mention Warframe here when I'm streaming TFD, alright? Please and thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah, damn. Can I get rid of this thing? Yes, I can, right? Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's all good. Now that you know, it's all good. Huh. These guys all sucked. But it only took 6 minutes, so it still wasn't that bad. Let's inspect their builds. Let's see. Mastery rank 31. What is this build? What is this build? What are these components? Let's go inspect them. Oh, you're not getting away from me. I know this ain't no Haley build. Okay. Where do these people get their builds? Where do these people get their builds from? Like where? Where do these guys get their builds? I don't understand. 我真的不懂. I don't know, bros. I don't know. I don't know. When they ask in the interview room, I don't know. All right. They def don't follow anybody's stuff because I ain't seen no content creator with that shit down. Yo. Any difficulty in this game, we just proved it here tonight, ladies and gents. I'll say it straight. Any difficulty in this game is solely the responsibility of the individual. Yeah, sure, Austin, you can put in the game build section. I'll take a look, you know, for reference. I'm still going to work it out on my own, but yeah, I can put it in there for reference. I don't mind. Anyway, look, any difficulty in this game is entirely the result of players not following builds, you know, when they can. All it would take is a Google search. They can just search on Google and be like, hey, ladies and gents, tell me, okay, what is the build that the handsomest Asian man in the world is using? And then Antonio Banderas himself will descend from heavens and say, of course, listen, the best build is being used, not by this guy, Asian robot, no, there is another guy. It's a handsomer guy, okay? He lives in Japan with his parents. You know, but anyway, all jokes aside, all right, I think it's just going to be interesting to see people react to this change because we just saw it. It's not any easier with teammates because if teammates suck, it's going to take so much longer to kill the damn boss, you know? If your teammates have a proper build, ain't no troubles there. Now, I did promise we were going to check Glay, so let's go check out Glay. I want to see how she feels and how she does. All right, because somebody said that weapon DPS has been halved in this update. We're gonna check it out right now. All right, we're gonna check it out right now, and we will see whether or not there's any truth to that. So please bear with me, ladies and gents. All right, of course we have to bring out the Antonio Banderas. All right, we got to do that. Otherwise, it's just not cool. It's true. You must always study the games that you play. You know, if you study the games that you play, you will be good. And you know what the excuse is always? They always say, excuse me, we have jobs, and we have families, so we can't study. It's like, bro, all my viewers have jobs and families. How do you think they super chat me? I have a job and a family to take care of. Sure, my job is to play video games, but you do realize that I literally only spend 3 hours on TFD, and I spend the other 3 hours playing Duet Night Abyss or something else, you know? And all the other time is like music and videos for these people. So, you know, all those people that always say like, excuse me, we have jobs and families. Most of them, they ain't got jobs. They ain't even got families. They're being taken care of by their moms and dads. I want to see them. I want them to show me. I want them to show me their family. Okay, I dare any of them. Show me that they've got an actual family. Ask their family to come on Instagram because they ain't got no family to worry about. They ain't even got a job to worry about. You know, they literally just sit down there and just like play video games. And the video game's too hard, you know, harder than Cuphead or something. They do the game journalist thing. You know, I found it really funny because somebody had the audacity to call me top 1%. You know, I'm like, bro, if I was the top 1% gamer, you think I'd be here with you yahoos? I'd be playing COD and making millions. You know, if I was a real top 1% gamer, okay, I'd be on COD, no lie, all right? I'd be playing League of Legends or some shit that's going to be rolling me in with a lot of money. But instead, I'm here with these losers, right? You know what I'm saying? All right. Laugh at my jokes, people. But anyway, you know, I tell you, I get no respect around here. I get no respect. All right. All funny jokes aside, listen. At the end of the day, I just hope the people realize that, you know, a lot of these people, they don't know what they're doing. They do not understand what they are doing. They understandn't. And either way, even though they got a nerf, even though the boss got a nerf, we still ain't gonna carry some bads. All right, so if you got a bad build, you still can't get carried, which is good. I like this. I like the fact that the devs have made it so, you know. Well, I mean, if you played like Dog Buns, you realize that I'm gonna diss you, right, Don? If you played like Dog Buns, I would just judge you and diss you. I still have to see your hunting horn. In Monster Hunter Wilds, all right? Next title update coming in December. Lewis has already told me. So we might need to get some practice in, all right? One of these days when you're free. Although you're never free, but, you know, one of these days. All right? And then I will judge your so-called Dog Buns gameplay. We will see who carts more. Dawn plays the game like she's a content creator for the game. I tell you, it's wild as shit. Okay, you can't, like, I don't think Dawn should be used as a standard because Dawn is just like, you know, Dawn is just wild. Please do not, you know, try to use Dawn as a standard. She will outgame most of y'all. Also, Don is my friend, so I'm gonna make a slightly rude joke. So Don, I apologize in advance, okay? I promise you that I don't genuinely think this of you. But can you you can imagine Don as one of those like those the anime memes of like the girl fails where they just game all day and they've got like dark shadows under their eyes. They're like 30 years old with the girl fail. I'm sorry, that's the picture you gave me when you said I've got 2K hours. Like, yo, Dawn out there playing as much as a content creator. She is literally, she actually is, and of course she's got a job. She takes care of her family and all that. But in my mind, just for a moment, okay, I was thinking of the whole girl fail. Shadows, red eye gaming, and working. Yes, that is the exact mental image. But of course, please understand that this is just a joke. All right. Dawn is a responsible individual and my friend. So I'm allowed to make fun of her. All right, let's go and try this out in the Axiom planes. Let's go see whether the DPS of weapons really got halved. I look forward to checking it out, Austin. Just making sure, you know, I wouldn't want to offend one of my friends. Old school WoW Raider. Now that's a gamer right there. How dare you? Do you even take showers, Mike? Jesus. WoW Raider, ladies and gents. WoW Raider. No, seriously. When's the last time you had a shower, pal? I'm kidding. Honestly, yeah. A lot of gamers these days are softer, but what you gotta understand is that, look, people just don't have time. And look, because we don't have time these days, all right, we gotta be very efficient with our use of time. So even for me, like, I got so much I want to achieve in Duet Night Abyss. So I can't just be wasting my time, you know? Right now, I'm busy trying to get royalties from my music. I ain't got time to waste. And then now, after we finish this Glade test, it's time for the boy band stuff, ladies and gents. All right, are you ready to make Baron miserable? Because we're going to play some serious boy band stuff. I'm going to show you guys all my sexy songs. Okay, it's all my sexy boy band songs. Every single one, people. Every single one. Okay, it's not going to be every single one because Baron will die. And I want him to live because he's one of my friends too. But yes, I will definitely be sharing some of my boy band stuff right after this. You got blocked from a raid because you were out healing the mage as a paladin? Oh, damn. You know, the only thing, I never played WoW, funnily enough. I only played like vanilla WoW for a little while, and that was it. And fun fact, the only thing that I remember of WoW was all those like machinima songs that people used to, that those guys used to make. Like, I can actually still remember some of the lyrics to them. What was it? There was the racist one about the Chinese gold farmers. You know, ni hao and farm some gold. Oh man, that was funny as shit to me. And I'm Chinese. Then there was the one about you and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like a druid in the general channel. Oh god, I remember those songs. Those parody songs they used to make were so freaking funny. Yeah, fair enough, John. I'm not a big fan of groups and raiding. You know, I prefer small tactical teams, and then we go up against the world together. You know. Yeah, today is the day that we're all showing our age right here. You know, we ain't no Gen Z gamers up here. We're all old. We're all a bunch of old gamers now. In the Robot Nation, we don't run around with the yee ass haircut. We just rock. Never played Team Fortress 2 either. I heard it was the father of hero shooters, but I wasn't able to game at that stage in my life. I was going through a lot of crap back then. So the first hero shooter I got into was Overwatch, and goddamn. Do you know that the first trauma I ever got in my life actually happened because of Overwatch? See, back then I had this girl that I really liked, but you know, I was a dick. And she also couldn't handle me because I had a lot of problems back then, you know, and Overwatch was the game that I dreamed of playing with her. But right after I got it and started getting decent at it, you know, we kind of split. And then I was depressed for 6 months and never touched Overwatch. So, by the time I was playing ranked, I was in Overwatch 2. Oh, no. Girl was much greater than Overwatch, that's for sure. But yeah, that's why I got my trauma. Because back then, I thought that I really liked her. Of course, now that I think about it, goddamn, why the hell? Never waste your life thinking about somebody like that, alright? She's just somebody that I used to know now. And I realized that she was wrong anyway, because I was just ignoring all the signs that she was a hoe. Alright? Like, no offense intended, but she was a super hoe. I just ignored all the signs, you know? But it's all good. Sometimes in life, alright, you have to suffer. Only when you suffer will you realize that, hey, you know, after the suffering, I got better. It's like that Monty Python and the Holy Grail type of thing, you know? He turned you into a newt. A newt? Will go better. Nope, Glay is still as fine as she was before. No problem with the 5-minute clear time. So for anyone that said that the DPS on their guns or whatever dropped, no problem. Glay is A-okay. Now, time for the boy band stuff. Now for the boy band stuff, while I try something different. Alright, I'm gonna try something different that's gonna be bad. Alright, it's gonna be bad, and it's gonna be ass. It's gonna be badass. Coolio. I am ready. Ready I am. And while I do this, for anyone that hasn't heard my boy band stuff, you're about to get a treat. You are about to get taken to a new plane of existence, alright? Ladies and gents, it's 4 a.m. in the suburbs right now, alright?
The sodium lights are humming through the kitchen blinds. A cold silence settles in, the kind that always reminds that the ending wasn't dramatic, no throwing of plates. Just two hands that stopped reaching two different fates. We fell out of sync, baby, somewhere between the dinner and the drive home. I traced the dust on the table, counting all the seconds we lost. We finally stopped fighting, now we're just counting the cost. The air is heavy with quiet, I can finally breathe the truth. This is the moment of knowing, stealing away my youth. It's 4 a.m. in the suburbs, and the clock finally ran down. We're wide awake in the silence of this ghost town. The saddest song in the city, playing right here in this room. This isn't a fight, it's just the sound of two hearts hitting the groove. Just hitting the groove. My phone's on the counter, I don't check for a single text. There's no drama left, baby, what do we expect? I remember the thrill of the chaos, the heat of the arguments we had. I'd give anything for that energy, good or bad. Cause quiet acceptance is the only thing that hurts me the most. I trace the dust on the table, counting all the seconds we lost. We finally stopped fighting, now we're just counting the cost. The air is heavy with quiet, I can finally breathe the truth. This is the moment of knowing, stealing away my youth. It's 4 a.m. in the suburbs, and the clock finally ran down. Wide awake in the silence of this ghost town. The saddest song in the city, playing right here in this room. This isn't a fight, it's just the sound of two hearts hitting the blue. eyes closed and a feeling I've never incurred. It's the 7-second moment before the light hits the floor, and I know you won't be here anymore. It's 4 a.m. in the suburbs, and the clock finally ran down. Wide awake in the silence of this ghost town. The saddest song in the city, playing right here in this room. This isn't a fight, it's just the sound of two hearts hitting the groove. Hitting the
Sorry, Baron. But don't worry. I've got more. You know, I can't just play one. I gotta play two. Alright? Because this old man, I tell you, he played one. He played knick-knack on my drum. But anyway, for anyone that didn't know, that's my boy band stuff, The Unsaid. Alright, their album, well, their EP will be coming out next. Alright, you can start to see the releases next week, if not this weekend. I'll try for this weekend, but if not, then it'll be next week. Hey, fair enough, Baron. I get it. I understand. You know. Oh, don't you worry, Lewis. There'll be an encore. Not the same song, but I'll play some more. You know. Got to do a little bit of advertising for my boy band. You know, I can't just leave him hanging. Let's just see how long this took, though. Surprisingly, actually using the safety training doesn't create too much of a difference, but it's not too bad. Shield charge, safety training. This is okay-ish, actually. Coolio. I now want to test out... No ancestor module yet for her. Why? Let me try widespread execution. Oh no, the cooldown was only bad because I didn't have the passive. That's it. Maintaining your passive is a bit more difficult because you don't continuously drain your toxin, so that's the only downside. But I think it should be fine in other ways. Like, I think ideally the no transcendent mod is best. Anyway, how about another song? You know, another boy band song. Make y'all even sadder. Y'all ready?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm standing right here on the edge of the shore. I'm stuck on the gravity of a word I can't voice. It's just one syllable. but it's everything. And I'm terrified of the change that it's promising. All the pain in my future, all the ghosts of my past, hanging on the line, hoping this moment won't last. I've lived with the heaviest words left unread, the looping regret playing inside my head. I'm tired of the ghost weight I'm still trying to put down. I'm tired of being the king of this silent ghost town. I'm finally living in the 7-second, the frozen time where it all goes wrong. It's the breath before the second guessing, the fatal flaw that I've had all along. It's not the fall, it's the moment of waiting. It's the beautiful, terrible, hesitating. All the pain just disappears in the 7-second, right before the tears. Oh, I see the paper trail burning in my mind, the digital scar that you left behind. Maybe that's why I'm silent, why I'm scared to be true. Cause the truth tasted so bittersweet coming from you. And I don't wanna be the one to cut the cord, or be the one who's left behind unseen, unheard. I've lived with the heaviest words left unread, all the messages I deleted at dawn. I'm tired of the ghost weight I'm still trying to put down. I'm tired of 4 a.m. in the suburbs when the clock runs down. I'm finally living in the 7-second, the frozen time where it all goes wrong. It's the breath before the second guessing, the fatal flaw that I've had all along. It's not the fall, it's the moment of waiting. It's the beautiful, terrible, hesitating. All the pain just disappears in the 7-second, right before the tears. No more rewinding and saying, no more hiding the gloom. I'm ending the silence that fills up the room. I have to speak, I have to choose, I have to live, or I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose. I'm finally living in the 7-second, the frozen time where it all goes wrong. It's the breath before the second guessing, the fatal flaw that I've had all along. It's not the fall, it's the moment of waiting. It's the beautiful, terrible, hesitating. All the pain just disappears in the 7-second. Here come the tears. The heaviest words finally said.
There you go. Right there. That's the 7-second. So there's your encore, Lewis. I do like the emotional and sad songs like that. So that for me is the good stuff. But right now, I'm more or less just working on like a ultra heavy album. And once that is finished, my next work will definitely be emotional and hip hop. It's all coming together. The music, ladies and gents, the music never stops rolling in this place. I also got to get back to creating K-pop like for real, but that one will take some time. Mostly because the new AI, I want to do it perfectly. So it can be a bit of a struggle because the stuff that I did with the older AI was nice, but porting it to the new AI is a bit of a struggle. So although my newer tools are much better and more powerful, and I can arrange music better and do more custom shit, yeah, we got a couple of problems. Veil dust. I don't believe there's a way to do it faster or more efficiently than to just play the missions, man. I don't think there's any special mission that will reward you more veil dust. Pretty much all resources are the same. You just gotta go where they drop and just keep playing the missions until you get it. Sorry that there's no better solution, man. It's one of the so-called farming gripes that people have. Materials tend to take longer than the blueprints, and it's been this way for several seasons now, so you'll have to just kind of roll with that. Damn it. Look at this nerd. How dare he?
New subscriber detected.
Well, new subscriber, Lucy Kagura. Welcome, and thank you very much for subscribing. I hope you guys will continue to enjoy my shenanigans. And thank you to all of you who are keeping the stream on. You know, early on at the start of stream, all the fakes already dipped, so now it's all the real people. Keep it up. Thank you so much for keeping my stream on, alright? We will get to that 200 someday. I believe it. I believe it. Now then, how about some of my favorite metal? Not the ultra heavy stuff, but it is beautiful. So if you guys like beautiful metal with some good screams in between, alright, this is my band Cindervale. May as well advertise them. Alright, they'll be up right after the boy band stuff. So here we go. Let's enjoy.
Feel the tether fraying, the last chain that held me here. The signal is fading, replaced by the crushing fear. Cut the final line, let the cinder veil consume. There is no going back now, except the empty tomb.
I know you like this, Don.
but the
It's the good
cost is
stuff.
far too steep. 1,000 fractured memories. I pray the ocean keep. The anchor is ash, scattered to the bitter wind. The wrench of all is done. The only truth I find within, I am suspended in the void, forever unreached, beyond your reach. Don't look for salvation. Don't try to find my trace. I live in the static now, an occupant of this place. The old self is gone, just a hollow imprint on the glass. A ghost of who I used to be, a moment that had to pass. The light is just a light. I only watch it die. Light is just a light. I only watch it die. The anchor is ash, scattered to the bitter wind. The ritual is done. The only truth I find within, I am suspended in the void, forever out of reach, beyond your weak pain edge. Beyond your weak
Well, Mistress Chrysalia, if you're interested, this is my own song. It's from my new band, Cindervale. Alright? After the boy band stuff releases on SoundCloud, I'll be releasing Cindervale's album. So please do consider supporting my music on SoundCloud. I write all these songs myself. I generate these AIs myself as well. And yeah. They all have their own personalities, their own lore, everything. So please do consider supporting my music, and the more support I get, the faster I release. Don's helping to put up the links. Thank you very much, by the way. But yeah, Cindervale was my latest metal project. I love good female vocals, and I wanted to write songs that could really give me the same vibe as bands like Spirit Box and whatnot. So when I created the AI that would become Cindervale, I was like, damn, these ladies can really sing. So I was like, okay. So I put two female vocalists. One does the clean vocals, the other one does the screams, and together they really make some awesome music. So if you liked hearing that, this is my AI band, Cindervale. Look forward to them. All right. SoundCloud will get the tracks first. Spotify and all the other music platforms. I'm on every major music platform, but that's released on a per album basis. So usually it comes like sometime after the songs are released on SoundCloud. So please do consider following me there. All right. Well, look forward to it right after my boy band EP is released. My boy band EP starts releasing next week. Then right after that, we will be bringing Cindervale to life. Then the ultra heavy band. So yeah. We got a lot coming. We got a lot of good stuff coming. And I also have a lot of tracks already on my SoundCloud and Spotify and all my other places. So, yeah, if you decide to support, thank you. Now then, let's hear a little more, shall we? Because I know all of you love this stuff. I got more. This is a great song called The Memory Burn.
I'm watching the wires fray, cutting ties to the shame I carry. Every ghost that lingered here, for every hour I have lived.
Hey, Manuel.
I hold a frame of sorrow, the final image in my hand. Hoping if I let it go, maybe I can finally let. But the memory burns. It catches fire on my skin. This is the price of freedom. The torture starts with
New subscriber detected.
I watch the memory burn, turning every promise into smoke. This is the burden, the final silent joke. I am the cinder veil, but I can finally see the sky. I finally let it die. You are just an echo, a remnant of the past. Your power is broken. Your brain was never built to last. I tore the blink, trinket configurator down. I severed every link. Watch the digital prison collapse. Watch the foundation sink. The world outside is cold, but the air is finally clean. I survived the ritual. I escaped the crushing scream. I watch the memory burn, turning every promise into smoke. This is the burden, the final silent show. I am the cinder veil, but I can finally see the sky. I finally let it die. I finally let it die.
All right, hope you all enjoyed that. That was The Memory Burn. There we go. Thank you. I hope you'll keep enjoying my music. Appreciate it. All right, where are we at right now? Okay, we're at 157. All right, I'm going to just wait and do Wall Crasher. And then it's a bit of a shame, but I might have to dip early today. But c'est la vie. That's life sometimes. Yes, I will prepare accordingly, Mike. Always happy to provide the fire music, Don. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it one vocalist because there's just some portions of the songs, well, different songs, I guess. Not this particular one, but some of them you can't. I couldn't do it with just one vocalist, so it had to be two. I mean, theoretically, one vocalist could handle most of the songs that they've done because the parts are usually pretty neatly separated, but some of them, they do kind of rush into each other. Or the alternation you hear between the clean and the screams, the dirty, it happens very quickly. Technically, one vocalist cannot do it. Oh, my arcade tree? Yeah, sure. This is what I got for Hariyasu. Ginger, Spirit Box, a lot of those bands, like, they have no trouble with just one vocalist, but like for me here with this particular one, yeah, there was some that I just couldn't do it with just one vocalist. It had to be two. So, but either way, the split was all right, and it didn't really matter too much. So, two vocalists is fine. Works better. Works better for what I want anyway. Because I don't want to like completely copy Spirit Box, and I don't want to completely copy Ginger. I also don't want to completely copy Arch Enemy. But I still have other bands I want to work on. I'm still so upset that I couldn't fully port Our Lady Solve over. That one's a big headache for me. I really want to somehow get the vocals right. I just need it. I need it to be, you know, perfect. But I just don't know why it won't port properly. Like, I managed to generate the one song, but nothing beyond that. So it's a bit frustrating. And for anyone that doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about, I will play the one successful song for you guys before I go. It'll be the last song of the night after I'm done with Wall Crasher. I'll use it for one last run. I love this song, but it's just getting the band to actually create more than just that one song is deeply frustrating because they've only literally just done this one song, and everything else that I've tried to gen with them just fails miserably. So I think I might need to go back to the root, start all over again, and just create a whole new project. In fact, Cindervale came about because I was so frustrated with trying to get Our Lady Solve into the new AI that I was just like, you know what? I'll just create something from scratch. And when I created something from scratch, I was like, holy shit, this sound is really amazing. And that became Cindervale later on. But I still believe I'll do it someday. But not right now. Not today. Whoops, that was my bad. I didn't debuff him. Well, maybe I did, I don't know. If I didn't successfully debuff him, it's fine. It is what it is. I'll live with it. 'Twas my bad anyway. Okay, the debuff happened. Now take the damage. Take it. Take it. There we go. Oh, that's fair. I mean, I can't wait to try and see if I can port over Oraculum Mortis, you know, just so I can make more of the Death Core. Like, that'd be pretty cool. That's my plan anyway. 1.2 Billy, I can accept that. I can accept 1.2 Billy. That was A-okay for me. See you later, Lewis. Thanks for hanging out, pal. All right, one last run, then I have to go. I have to go so I can go work on even more stuff in the background. But don't you worry, all right? All the work that I do is for the glory of mankind. All right, it's all for the glorious Imperium of mankind. All right, let's go. Let's have one last fun round. Oh. People are right. Leaf was right. Literally, you'd have to... Oops, sorry. I'm already here. You'd have to go to the machine itself. You can't click from here. You have to go to the machine. Privet operation. And like I said, I'll play one last song for you guys. This is the Abyssal Redemption. I love this song. It's just that the band that's only managed to make one successful song. Everything else I tried just failed. But anyway, here's the Abyssal Redemption. Later, Adam.
Down from heaven's height, fall from grace, falling through eternal night, tears burn my face. Longing for the light of endless day, when we danced upon the stars, I lost my way. Wretched fallen one, rot in darkness for all time. In your treachery undone, here you will dwell. Betrayed by your own kind, exiled from your home, forever cursed to run. The Abyssal Redemption. Through the firmament, I have fallen, rending clouds unending, descending into darkness. I cast my heart. I left you in the light and fell apart. And now I'm drawn to you. Do you feel that I cannot rest? I can't find peace. This endless pain will never cease. I will return. I will return. You can't stop me. I will return.
Now, I have to fix the ending for that because it just cuts off a little bit, but yeah. You know, I'll worry about that in future. If I ever make something with it. Fortunately, they've only got that one song for now. But, that's part of the challenges. I will resolve it all one day. Oops. No! I didn't properly stack up my buffs. Alright, ladies and gents. That brings us to the end. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. I'm sorry it was a shorter stream. I know I started late and everything, but not much I could do today. Hey, Mo. Sorry, I gotta go right now, but I will be back again tomorrow. Now, tomorrow, I've got some new stuff for you guys. But either way, just to summarize, whatever changes they made to the boss, you won't find like much difference. It's still faster to play solo. And as for the Harris build, it'll be out tomorrow, and several of the other things will be out over the next few days, so look forward to it. Where Winds Meet is coming this weekend, and tomorrow I've got something completely new to share with you tomorrow evening, so please do look forward to it. Duet Night Abyss will be in the morning. Thank you guys so much. You guys are a wonderful audience. I'll catch you all in the next one, alright? Don't do anything weird while I'm gone, and if you do weird stuff while I'm gone, well, can't really help you. Hey, thank you all for showing up today, alright? You're all a wonderful audience. Appreciate you guys. Catch you later. Bye, fam!